Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today I wanted to talk about things I am currently doing to become a leader. And as someone who's as young as I am, and the only person I'm leading is myself, at least for now. But really, I would split this up into three things that I'm currently doing to become this leader. The first thing is learning. The first step of learning, from my perspective and what it's been for me in a while, has always started with books. It's always one way or another I end up reading a book or watching a YouTube video, but books to me, they go more in depth. Now I read a lot of Robert Greene, I read psychology, sales, negotiation that are going to help the business, and like I said, help me become a leader. Because if I can understand other people, and not only that, flip the script. A lot of psychology books, they talk about other people, right, from a third-party perspective. If I look at it from a first-party perspective, look at it from me and the things that I'm doing, learn how to negotiate with me and win. Learning from interactions. I'm on sales calls all the time. I think that obviously helps with being a leader, interactions with others, and how I interact. When they say blank, I say what? Where does my mind go? And been learning from each interaction, making it easier for the client not just to buy, but to feel motivated to buy, to actually want to buy. Last things you can take away from learning and how I do it really comes from this story. Yeah, it's a while back. I was 11 or 12, and I was with my sister. My mom had kept us home alone, and my older brother was with us. It was interesting because she was like, what do we do? And I'm the middle child, so I was like, I'm used to somebody knowing what to do when we play, when we do things like that. I was already growing into the phase where being a little kid wasn't my MO anymore. But I looked at her, I was like, all right, now it's time to lead. Now I'm the older brother in this situation. But it was an interesting learning lesson for me because I was a kid back then, and I had to learn how to lead. That was one of my first impressions of actually being the type of person that can be creative, and if we can get creative in our leadership, if I can get creative in my leadership, which brings me on to my second topic and the thing that helps me become an even better leader, which we talked about learning. Now I want to talk about doing it. I learn now that if I just schedule my day out, I can figure out everything I want to do. And not only that, all I need to do lately is two things the whole day. If I just focus on two things my entire day, and tomorrow those two things can change. Today's two things, I'm being completely transparent with you. Today's two things were making beats. I did that for around 4 to 6 hours. Just that. Then moved on to content. Now I'm on my second hour of it. That's it though. Before I would have content in the morning and then content at night, but right after that and it's just this multitasking is too much. So now it's made it really easy to schedule. I can get myself to do these things by just writing it down the day before, or at least taking a mental note.
2 things tomorrow, content, call outreach.
Whatever it is, something else that really helps me actually take action is learning from my mistakes as I'm learning from other people's mistakes. Learning from my own mistakes, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. I think you guys get it. When it comes to learning from other people's mistakes, that looks like books. Books are a lot of mistakes people have made, so you get the lesson without the scar. The problem can become, and you're learning from two different avenues. There's so many lessons, so actually doing becomes 10 times harder. It's fine with me. I double the hours. I do more, and it's stopped becoming about hours anymore. It starts to become like, when am I going to bed? Just the mindset I'm in right now. The season I'm in right now is, when am I going to bed? If I'm a leader, can't whoever I'm talking to, can't they say, well, you haven't figured it out yet? And that ideology is valid. It's not a very difficult thing to understand. It's just like, it's hard to put in practice. Now, the third thing that helped me and is currently helping me become a leader, learning from my doing. Take a listen. I think this is the most important step really that I've taken in 2024 that has helped me out so much. Seeing what works and what doesn't is one of the most difficult, overrated things I've ever heard in my life. Learning from mistakes is harder than we think, and it takes more time than we think. This is why entrepreneurial journeys take years. You feel like you're running backwards on a treadmill. That's what it feels like for me, and this is a lesson that I think I'm learning right now as we speak. Even doing this content as a part of my workday, I think something that I'm learning is leaders go through this too. Life is pushing you one way and you're trying to run against the curve. And is it annoying? Come on, obviously. Yeah, it's the most annoying thing ever. The difference, I think, between leaders and everyone else is that leaders just do it anyway. Is what I mean. Learning from doing is so difficult. It takes so much time. It has taken up so much of my time. And on that note, I'm going to end the YouTube video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. You guys took something out of it. See you next time.